Last time on Dragon Ball Z, after father and son popped the top on what was believed to be the saving grace of the universe in the form of the Z butter knife, from the assorted shards of metal burst forth an old man from the Mesozoic era, not dissimilar to old man Roshi, and equally as pervy. A Kaioshin from 15 generations prior, whom was sealed in the blade by the big bad of the day, had been waiting generations to be set free, and so was Wild Oats. While not much to speak of on the physical front, Kaioshin held a secret power, and after some vigorous prompting from the lecherous Kakarot, was convinced to turn Gohan into the war machine Earth needed to fight off Buu, under the condition that he could withstand the 25 hours watching the old man hit the cha-cha slide needed to bear fruit of the ritual's effects. Back on Earth, it was go time for Trunks and Goten as well when Drill Sergeant Piccolo had the boys finally give their first genuine shot at the fusion ritual, which turned out to be a disaster of plus-size proportions. Finally working out the kinks of the transformation, Gotenks full-heartedly made his way in base form to pay Buu a visit, only to find himself the first place winner of the Win Stupid Prizes award. Now thoroughly humbled, the boys were spending one last day under the tutelage of Big Green, working to get as strong as possible for their meet-up with Buu so that the Earth could finally be rid of its nightmare. While the Z-Warriors cowered in their little sissy boy tower, the Earth was preparing its final secret weapon that would truly rid the world of the menace Majin Buu. See, during a single day on Earth, Majin Buu managed to wipe out no less than 80% of the Earth's population. This man was putting up prime Wilt numbers. No one was safe once Majin Buu caught him in the paint. Despite the severity of the frankly apocalyptic damage Majin Buu had done to the Earth's surface in a single day, the people still held on to hope, for there was still one ace in the proverbial hole that the planet had not deployed. Recovering in his multi-billion-dollar warrior's den after the chaotic circumstances at the World Martial Arts Tournament, the hero who single-handedly turned the once invincible super perfect cell into a single-cell organism had finally recovered and decided it was time to exact his vengeance right as the planet needed him most. That's right, everyone. Hercule Satan finally got his IBS under control and was on his way to do what all the government and military might on the planet could not: put Majin Buu in check. The hero of the hour arrived with only a single pack around his shoulders and miracles in his heart. But he knew it wouldn't be a miracle that would save everyone this day. No, it would be the raw grit and determination lying blazing hot in his battle-hardened chest. Hercule was let loose only a short number of yards away from the home Buu build. Direct confrontation was inevitable. Alright, you lily-livered, cotton candy-eating fat excuse for a villain of the week. Time for you to face the venerable might of the one and only Hercule Satan, the soon-to-be two-time hero of the earth and undisputed king of the people. Oh, sir, Boo isn't gonna be able to hear you if you talk that quiet. Your voice might be out, so I'll help you. Majin Buu, you fat ugly bitch! Hercule Satan's here to toss your salad, and he's not gonna stop till you're just a pink refuse stuck to the bottom of his shoe. You absolute dumbass! Don't talk that loud, he's gonna hear you! That's it, both of you get the hell out of here right now and tell the press I got this handled. It's time to let a real hero work his magic. Yes, sir, we wouldn't dare interrupt. We'll tell the news outlet it's as good as handled. Don't worry, we wouldn't even think of sending any backup or reinforcements over here. Knowing the awesome capabilities of your techniques, all our old school power would do is get in the way of real strength. Godspeed, sir. Give him hell. Hercule put on his best game face, which was admittedly quite good. Every crease on his forehead and wrinkle in his jaw was rehearsed to perfection. Scientifically proven charismatic signifiers that left those he came in contact with no choice but to believe that he was the strongest man to ever walk the earth. As good as the external facade was, though, facts were facts. Hercule Satan was scared crapless, and there wasn't enough money or clout on the planet to make it worth what he was being asked to do right now. And this fella was going absolutely Looney Tunes, complete with a bush prop straight out of Carrot Top's closet. Every step he took looked like it should be accompanied by piano keys. Pain step after pain step, Hercule eventually strolled his way directly up to Buu's home, and I guarantee you could hear the man's heartbeat all the way in West City. He was pressed. Eventually, he gathered the courage to sneak a look into the premises, and his eyes caught the finest sight they may have ever beheld. Dad was out for the milk. Never before had a human being felt such elation at plans being canceled. At this point, any normal person would have said a good 30 Hail Marys, put some prayers up to Kami, and called it an operation. But Mr. Satan was far from your average Neanderthal. And just what do you think the Earth's heavyweight champ got up to when he noticed Majin Buu wasn't home? That's right, he cut a promo. I should have figured a fat nobody like you would be mysteriously absent when a real champ walks in the room. Guess that's why they call him Boo, huh? All little guy can do is boo-boo in his shorts when he knows Daddy Hercule's on the scene. And in the next moment, after hearing a single footstep, you would have thought Mr. Satan had been possessed by the way the bravado he just exhibited exited the bottom of his sweatpants so rapidly. Oh God, please, Boo! I was only doing it for the Doug funnies. I knew I would never be someone as buff as handsome as you. Please, God, don't do it in the face. The press is gonna want to see me in one piece for the eulogy shot. A second glance near the source of the sound yielded slightly less electrifying results as a lizard slowly made its way through the nearby landscape. Shame welled up in him deeper than the ocean. He had to let it out before he could no longer live with himself. God damn, lizard, thinking it's funny about the foot of the champ. Nothing for now, huh? The champ spit venomously between bouts of stomping a hole in the chest of the helpless reptile. You think shit's sweet? I'm not afraid of that boo fatso. The champ sure as hell ain't afraid of a little baby gecko.
What was that about, fat?
Hercule felt his manhood shrivel up to the size of a couple of Planters cashews. His life was over. That was just a little earth joke, Master Boo, sir. Did anybody ever tell you how nice your shoes are, by the way? Those Yeezys? Oh, I'm getting off track now. It's so good to finally meet you in person, sir.
So what kind of candy you want to be before you die? You a cookie type of brother? Nah, you probably more than licorice.
Licorice? Oh, hell. Excuse me, Mr. Boo. Seems we have a bit of a misunderstanding. See, I'm one of your biggest fans, and I actually brought you over a couple of presents just for you.
Nah, I'm good. Human's the best type of chocolate anyway. Boo like the bones. That's his favorite part.
It took everything he had not to collapse on the spot in a pool of his own body fluids. No, you don't understand. These right here are special chocolates. Some of the fanciest ones on earth. They taste better than your sicko cannibal candies ever could.
Guess Boo have to see about that.
As Boo began to chow down, Satan was unable to check the smile that ran across his face. Checkmate. Those chocolate-covered confections he just handed over to Boo were full of more poisons and sedatives than Bill Cosby's medicine cabinet. No creature on the planet could withstand even one of the treats Boo was now proceeding to get busy on the whole box of. Guess Forrest was right. Life really is like a box of chocolates. It looks good on the outside, but most of it's a trap with the sole goal of killing you in the end. Something was odd though. Rather than defecating in his size 62 big and talls, foaming at the mouth and dying in a pool of his own saliva and urine, Boo's smile was as wide as his midsection, eagerly awaiting more goodies. While this may not have played out the way he wanted, a real warrior always comes prepared with a plan B. Hey, Majin Buu, you ever play Jumpman before?
Jumpman? Like what I be doing with those little kids in the alley when I get done eating their parents?
No, this is a different kind of Jumpman. It's on the Game Boy. It's all the rage right now. You're gonna love it.
I guess I'll give it a try.
Little did Hercule know that Majin Buu's attention span was that of a 3-year-old raised on an iPad. Even the remotest inkling of resistance or challenge would be enough to have that whole area going nuclear.
Man, what the hell? This game too hard. Majin Buu hate this.
Oh man, my bad, Boo. You're absolutely right. This game has always been overrated as hell anyway. What about Pokemon Red? Now for sure Boo was cooked. Now that Satan had gotten him immersed in the expansive beauty of the Pocket Monsters universe, he could activate his true plan. That system and cartridge were filled with enough Simtex to blow a hole through a German Panzer 75 times over. Now that power would be getting detonated directly in Majin Buu's face, and the Earth could finally have the victory lap it so desperately needed after inarguably the worst 24 hours to have ever occurred in the face of the planet. Satan got his distance, and as soon as he believed he had gathered enough space from his big pink target, he pressed the red button and the entire scene lit up in an orange and red glow. Without looking up, Hercule hit a quick emote for the one time because he knew there was no magic trick on the planet that could save Boo from good old human ingenuity.
Hey, that game was actually really fun. My favorite part was when it went all kablam, kablooey. You got another?
It was actually over. Hercule always considered himself a natural optimist. There were very few things the heavyweight champion of the planet couldn't handle, but this big, pink, strangely friendly serial murderer was the first entity he ever encountered that made him take the black pill.
Actually, you know what? Boo like you. Boo heard Earthling say something about a bottom bitch, so that's what Boo make you.
It would be my honor and pleasure, sir.
As a peace offering and to show you really down, Boo got you a present too, so you know it's real.
Z-Crew, tell me why this fella Majin Buu dug all the way into the crotch of his boxer shorts and pulled out some cannibal candies and forced this fella Hercule to eat them joints while making eye contact the whole time.
Be careful, some of Boo's short curlies might be stuck on him, so you might want to pull them off.
Of course, Master. How could I say no to a gift from such a gracious host? Nothing the champ likes more than ball sack flavored alien candy made with the remains of innocent lives. Bottoms up. Wait, what's that over there? Satan spit out the Majin Buu ball candy with all the speed he could muster. Being a coward was already bad enough, but a cannibal too, he would never be able to look his fans in the eye again at this rate. But then a thought came over him. Hold up, I'm the martial arts champion of the world, the strongest under the heavens even. I haven't even put my real skills to the test yet. No way I can call it quits before at least giving it my best go. Hey Boo, look over there, I think you dropped your pocket. Utilizing every muscle fiber in his being, he struck Majin Buu in a pressure point that would have ended the life of any other creature on the planet.
Hey bottom buddy, I didn't see that pocket anywhere. You sure it fell out?
Maybe I was wrong. It could have been a shadow or something.
Okay, I'll just kill it then.
Buu then proceeded to remodel half the landscape, putting the last nail in the coffin when it came to any chance of Satan resisting. Mr. Buu, in order to commemorate this tremendous occasion of me becoming your day one bottom buddy, could we take a picture so we never forget?
Buu guess.
Oh, you're too kind, master. Please, just lie over here, and I'm gonna put my foot right here. I know it's weird, but it's all the rage in human poses right now. If Hercule was to spend the rest of his short life getting his back blown out by his pink power top, the least he could do was get a photo op and a story out of it. The world can never be allowed to know just how intensely and quickly he sold to Buu the Destroyer. The rest of the day proceeded with the champ putting on his best PR face and becoming the best housewife Buu could have ever asked for. Everything from steak dinners to back washes and the tub room, there was nothing off limits for Hercule to complete. And if his life depended on being the best glazer and meat writer the earth had ever seen, then dip him in frosting and call him Tiana Trump, because he was bound and determined to see this thing through. Speaking of glazing, while Gohan was still in his meditation retreat growing ever more skeptical that there was a damn thing this purple lecher Elder Kai would be able to do for him, or the earth for that matter, Goten and Trunks were at the end of Big Green's Red Pill boot camp, and it was time to assess the fruits of their labor.
Alright boys, time to get started. And if you give me any of that cocky crap when you transform this time, I swear on both your moms, Majin Buu will be the last thing you have to worry about. And with that pep talk now vented, it was time to proceed. The boys both transformed and adjusted their ki until Piccolo verified that it was a perfect match. The ritual can now commence. Both boys took their places, and to be honest, their efficiency and fusion had become a thing of beauty. Both boys were perfect mirrors of one another, even in their transformed state, and the lookout was once again bathed in a familiar ethereal light. And from the explosion emerged not just a perfectly combined Gotenks, but one now boosted by the boys' Super Saiyan strength. Guess you kids can do something right after all when you take the VR away. It's true, your power has become immense, but are you able to actually use it? Let's see how you move around.
You sure, Big Green? I mean, if we really went all out up here, we'd blow this silly little rock to smithereens. Let's take this to Earth and I'll show you how I can really cook. And just that fast, the boys leaped from the lookout and directly into further unnecessary trouble. If karma was truly a thing, Piccolo was sure that no matter how evil he was, he had to have paid his dues and then some by now. But there was no choice. The boys left the lookout and so must he. And as his cape flew in the wind, Krillin came to the stark realization that while the necessary power might be hiding within Gotenks, the hopes for the fate of their planet now rested on an individual with the mind of an oppositional defiant 13-year-old with ADHD tendencies, and he just couldn't make himself comfortable with that. Gotenks, high off his power boost, spent precious moments of his transformation doing the only thing that made sense to him at the time: flexing. After leaving the lookout, Gotenks took a page from Barry Allen's playbook and did a few warm-up laps around the Earth with his babysitter in tow.
Now run.
Gotenks, run!
Before finally finding his way back to the surface in front of a mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted Piccolo. Geez, Grandpa, took you long enough. I did like, what, 3 or 4 laps around the freaking planet before you even made your way back here?
For once in your miserable half-hour existence, could you shut up and stop wasting both your energy and mine?
How about this, Green? You go ahead and take a little nappy nap and catch your breath. You clearly need it. While I go down and take care of the business I was born to do. Enough of this boring test crap. Watch what happens when a real winner meets up with Majin Buu. And once again, Gotenks, recklessly and ill-prepared, made his way to Majin Buu's location under the adamant restriction of his worn-out mentor.
I have never met a bigger asshole in my entire life, and I've known both their dads for the better part of my existence. That imbecile doesn't even realize he literally only has a single minute left in Fusion. It's gonna be impossible to get the job done at that time, no matter how strong he is. Part of me hopes Buu dog walks his ass again. Maybe a good couple concussions will knock some sense into him. Knowing my luck, he'd probably just let himself get turned into a jelly bean or something, then we're all screwed anyway. Whatever, at this point, I'm tempted to let Majin Buu have his way. I'd rather him blow me up to continue with this babysitting nonsense. Never in my life have I been more happy that we Namekians are sterile. While Piccolo celebrated his lack of balls, Gotenks was preparing to show his off. I bet that pink idiot thinks we're just gonna end up the same way we did last time. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he realizes how screwed he is now. I'll make sure to give him 2 goose eggs for the price of the one he gave me last time. In seconds, Gotenks found his way to the middle of nowhere and directly in front of the house of Buu, complete with his new roommate and boy toy Hercule. With all the bass in his voice he could muster, Gotenks laid the gauntlet. Hey, fat ass, you home? It's your worst nightmare, Gotenks, back for round 2. Get your $5 ass out here so I can cash in and make change. After this braggadocious display, an eerie silence came to envelop the countryside. Even worse than the crickets that now preceded the promo, Goten and Trunks found themselves somehow looking one another directly in the eye, which should have been impossible seeing as the two were now one. Oh no. The realization hit. The fusion had worn off and all the smoke they were excited to catch evaporated nearly as quickly as the door to Boo's home opened to see what human was dumb enough to walk directly up to his porch for a melee.
That was funny. I could have swore I heard a human out here screaming, "Please kill me," at the top of their lungs.
And right here, with Boo's confusion and the boys' eroding constitution, is where we'll call it. Tune in next time as Boo and Hercule continue their sitcom tier adventures and they are introduced to a new friend. Will Boo's unlikely connections serve as the catalyst for turning over a new leaf, or is it still Earth's fate to be turned upside down by Boo's ferocious fury? Only one way to find out. Be easy, y'all, and catch you again in the next video.